Welcome to our third video in our series on organizing your garage. I'm Chris with ToolboxDIY, and today I'm going to go over the pre-installation process. Now, in the first video, I showed you how I created my organization plan. That's key to this whole process. In the second video, we picked out our garage storage solutions. In my case, cabinets, slat walls, and pegboards. And now in this video, I'm going to go through the pre-installation steps that we can take. Now, this is entirely optional, but for me it's a very important part of this process because I need to be able to park both cars in the garage at night during this entire thing. So this part allows me to free up space to receive the cabinets and have room to work to install these. The first challenge I have is, what do I do with all this stuff? It's obviously in the way. When I finally get the cabinets delivered, I have nowhere to put them. And once they are here, I've got things up against the wall, so it's going to be very challenging to install them. So now that I have a plan, I know what I'm keeping and how I'm storing it, so now I can start purging items. I can look for things that I no longer need or I no longer want. I can throw them away, I can give them away, I can donate them, or I could sell them on Craigslist, say. For example, lawn chemicals, half-used bags of lawn chemicals that aren't used anymore, or maybe they're past their prime. Good candidate for just throwing it away. Random boxes of screws and nails that you don't know what they go to and you'll probably never use, throw them away. I've got some wood vents here that I know I'm not going to use. They're perfect, they're in perfect shape, still in the packaging. I'm going to donate those to Habitat Restore. I've got a couple of other things that I can sell on Craigslist as well. Now, one note, when you sell it on Craigslist, you're going to have a little extra spending money. That spending money can be used on new tools. Just make sure that you have a home for those new tools in your organization plan. Now, after I purge items, my next thing is to finish incomplete projects. If you have any repairs that you need done on the walls or the ceiling, now's a good time to do it. I had to fix some drywall and apply a coat of paint on that wall over there, so that's done. Now, I've got some projects here that are incomplete. I've got this concrete planer that needs to be cleaned, sealed, and put back outside. I've got all these half-used gallons of paint, so I'm going to consolidate those and I'm going to take those downstairs into the basement before it gets cold. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of the purging and finishing up these projects. I'll be right back. Okay, that didn't really take me 24 hours. It's football season, so I decided to take a little break to watch some football. I knocked it out in about 4 hours, and as you can see, I've freed up a little bit of space. I now have enough space in the middle that I can bring these shelving units over here when I need to work over there. So I think it'll work out. If you haven't already done so, now's a good time to start ordering your cabinets or your garage storage units. I've ordered one of the multi-purpose lockers that's going to go over here, and I've also ordered the 4-foot slat walls that I'll be installing. We have two important steps left in our pre-installation process. One is putting together an installation plan, and the other one is marking the location of our studs. So for the plan, I think this is very important so you don't have to worry about constantly moving stuff. You know the order that you're going to do things, so when your materials arrive, you can just execute to the plan and get it knocked out. So here's my plan. First step, I'm going to install the 4-foot slat walls in this corner, followed by the multi-use locker that goes here. I'm going to install the slat wall installation strips only over here. After I'm done with that, the rest of the cabinets should be arriving, and then I can install 2 multi-purpose lockers over there. Then I'm going to install the wall cabinets up here, then the wall control pegboard system here, then the base cabinets. I like to work from the top down, that way you don't have to reach over the base cabinets. Now, every step of the way, as soon as I get a cabinet installed, I'm going to go to my plan and I'm going to sort through everything and put things away to free up more space as things go on. Last step in pre-installation is to mark the locations of where the cabinets are going to be installed. I'm going to take blue tape and I'm going to mark the edges of where the cabinets go, and then within those tape boundaries, I'm going to use my stud finder to mark the studs. When marking the cabinet boundaries, it doesn't have to be precise. You're just trying to figure out where the studs are within where the cabinet will be installed on the wall. Now you may have noticed when I was marking the studs that I had a stud finder and I was using a tape measure. That's specific to my garage because I have 1/2 inch OSB behind the drywall, so the studs are deep. Even though I have a deep scan stud finder, it doesn't always tell me exactly where the stud is. So I was just double checking it with a tape measure to make sure that it was within 16 inches of the studs that it actually could find. Well, that does it for my pre-install. I've got the location, the edges of the cabinets marked out. I've got all of the stud locations marked. So between now and next time, I'm going to install the 4-foot slat walls over there. I expect to get the multi-use locker in here. And then I think the next filming will be when the rest of the cabinets arrive. So I'm Chris with ToolboxDIY, and I hope to see you for our 4th video on organizing your garage. Thanks for watching.